Hey soldiers, Sam Bankman-Fried has just discovered another token. He's kind of created one in jail, and he's using it to obtain services in the jail. Now, we told you about the fact that old Sam Bankman-Fried, he can only get 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches a month. Apparently, these are his favorites, and peanut butter and jelly is a pretty good sandwich. I bet you it's 100 times better when you don't have access to them, or you only have access to 2, right? Anyway, he's come up with another unit of exchange. He needed a haircut in jail, and he actually used mackerel, the mackerel token, in order to get the haircut. Now, listen, guys, go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you are interested in understanding how to interpret this global economy in your favor. Make it profitable for you. That's what we do here. Hit subscribe. But the mackerel token is now something that Sam Bankman-Fried is using to obtain services. Like I said, we're going to have fun with this video, but at the same time, it does have an element of seriousness to it in that it kind of illustrates what crypto is. Now, let's talk about the fact that, at its essence, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, we want them to be units of exchange, agreed upon units of exchange. So I can trade you this for something of value, okay? For example, back in the day, if I were a blacksmith and you were, let's say, someone who produced textiles, I could say to you, hey, look, I'll shoe your horses if you make me some blankets for the winter. All right, cool. Let's do it. That would work, but my services probably wouldn't work with someone who doesn't have a horse, right? So money was created, currency rather was created. And everybody agreed that whatever this little thing is, we agree that it is valuable and we can trade it and store up that labor or value in this coin or in this piece of paper. Same is true in its essence for crypto. So Sam Bankman-Fried needed something in prison. He needed a haircut because he wanted to look presentable to come to court to get convicted on all counts. All right? So he said, look, I don't have access to my billions anymore. I don't have any Bitcoin. I don't have any of the token that whatever the token he created for FTX. I don't have any XRP. I don't know if these guys even, would appreciate that being in this captive audience situation. What do I do? Well, Sam Bankman-Fried paid for a jailhouse haircut. The jailhouse barber accepted the mackerel token. The mackerel token works in prison. Now, you don't ever want to find out how well it works, okay, because you never want to go to prison. But convicted crypto kingpin Sam Bankman-Fried reportedly used mackerel fish snacks. I prefer sardines. He used mackerel fish snacks to pay for a haircut while locked up. Apparently, tinned mackerel, is the preferred currency of those detained at the notorious high-security Brooklyn Detention Center. Okay, so when you're in that situation, we've heard of Newports being a form of currency. We've also heard of ramen noodles working pretty well as a form of currency. Wham whams, zoom zooms as well. But in this case, he used mackerel fish snacks. I can only imagine that this is like a very high-end thing in prison. I really like sardines, okay? I'm not big on the mackerel. Kipper snacks are another good one. But they're good like out here in the free world. So I can only imagine the premium that they demand in terms of services or exchange for other items in prison. Bankman-Fried, of course, faces 100 years in prison, convicted on all counts last month. The Brooklyn jail that he's in has long been accused of inhumane conditions exacerbated by persistent staffing shortages, power outages, and maggots in the food. So, okay, if you've got tinned fish, then the likelihood of that being spoiled because it's not open is pretty high. So you can probably rest assured that you're getting something that's not been infested, okay? Now, here's the thing. These snacks, this macro token, is probably worth a whole lot more than I originally anticipated because this facility bans cigarettes, the traditional item bartered behind bars, forcing the jailbirds to trade goods like the smelly fish snacks, as according to the Wall Street Journal. Bankman-Fried is a vegan. He stunned observers in court at the start of the trial when he ditched his unique hairstyle that he had in order to go for a neater look. Of course, you want to look presentable for that judge and jury, right? Didn't really work well for him, though. If you're guilty at the end of the day, I mean, hell, the guy might as well have gotten a mohawk for the good it did. The 31-year-old appears to be making the best of a bad situation. That's all he can do. He's been giving cryptocurrency tips to jail guards while being fed vegetarian meals. So somehow he got his hands on some mackerel, turned it into a token, and said, look, I'm going to trade you this valuable fish snack for a haircut. Look, guys, we talked about crypto a few videos ago, and I told you I was going to do more on crypto because even if you don't buy into it, you need to understand it. It is here to stay. Digital payments, that whole paradigm is not going anywhere. Governments are glomming onto it. Nigeria, they've gone whole hog. China, the United States with FedNow is trying to ease into it. Excuse me. And we can't, just forcibly throw central bank digital currency onto people here in the United States because we have a Congress that controls the issuance of money. The other thing is here recently we have seen the war on crypto because remember, the United States got a lot to lose if Bitcoin and other cryptos become the preferred unit of exchange. The reason for that is the United States has got the reserve currency right now. But more and more countries are backing away from the dollar. We're going to do some videos on that here soon. And so it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. And the last thing they want is to foster an environment where crypto becomes the accepted unit of exchange for Americans inside this country. So you're seeing a legislative, a regulatory, and a legal full court press on Bitcoin. We just saw Changpeng Zhao convicted. Well, he pled guilty. He's going to spend some time in federal prison over this whole issue. So, guys, look, next time you head out to the grocery store, pick up a can of mackerel. I think you might enjoy it. Get some sardines, too, Mediterranean style. Prince Oscar. Is it Prince Oscar or King Oscar? They're not sponsoring the show. They're just good fish snacks. Guys, I'll talk to you soon.